It has hosted 2 World Cups already. Pelé won there, Maradona scored the goal of the century there. And on June 11th, 2026, it did something no stadium has ever done in football history. It hosted a World Cup opening match for the third time. This is the story of the biggest, the oldest, and the most legendary stadiums of the 2026 World Cup. 90,000-seat Colosseums, a concrete giant from 1966 still standing strong, and the stadium that will decide who lifts the trophy on July 19th. 16 stadiums, 3 countries, 1 tournament unlike anything football has ever seen. Let's rank them. Here's something most fans don't know. The 2026 World Cup is the most geographically ambitious tournament in history. 11 stadiums in the United States, 3 in Mexico, 2 in Canada, spread across more than 4,500 kilometers, from Vancouver all the way to Miami. 48 teams, 104 matches, 39 days of football. Let's start from the bottom of the list and work our way up to the giants. BMO Field in Toronto is the smallest venue of the tournament, holding around 44,000 fans. It's also Toronto's first ever World Cup stadium. Right alongside it, in size, sits Estadio Akron in Guadalajara, Mexico, with a capacity of 48,000. Moving up, we reach BC Place in Vancouver, around 54,000 seats, and Estadio BBVA in Monterrey, similarly sized. Both Vancouver and Toronto are hosting World Cup football for the very first time in history. Now we enter true giant territory. Lumen Field in Seattle and Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia share almost identical capacities, both known across their leagues for having some of the most intense, deafening fan atmospheres in their sports. Gillette Stadium in the Boston area and Hard Rock Stadium in Miami both sit around the 65,000 mark. Hard Rock has another job too. It will host the third place playoff match under the Miami sun. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles deserves its own moment here. It's widely considered one of the most visually stunning stadiums on the planet, and it's so important to American sports that it will also host the Super Bowl the following year. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta rounds out this tier, a modern marvel with a retractable roof shaped like a camera aperture. Now, the top 3. This is where things get historic. Number 3. MetLife Stadium, New York and New Jersey. With a tournament capacity around 82,000, MetLife isn't just big. It's the stadium that will host the final, July 19th, 2026. The most important match in football on American soil for the very first time. Number 2. Estadio Azteca, Mexico City. Capacity around 80,000, depending on configuration, but the number doesn't tell the real story. This stadium opened in 1966. It hosted the 1970 final, where Pelé's Brazil played what many still call the most beautiful football ever produced. It hosted the 1986 final too, the tournament of Diego Maradona, the hand of God, and the goal of the century. Two unforgettable moments scored just 4 minutes apart. And on June 11th, 2026, the Azteca made history again, becoming the first stadium ever to host a World Cup opening match for a third time, as Mexico faced South Africa in Group A. No other stadium on earth carries this much football history. And number one, the largest stadium of the entire 2026 World Cup at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Configured for World Cup play at around 94,000 seats, it will host 9 matches across the tournament, including a semi-final. It is, by capacity, the biggest stage football has ever had. Here's a detail most people miss. These tournament capacities are actually smaller than what some of these stadiums hold on a normal game day. Why? Because FIFA requires the pitch to be widened to full international dimensions, which removes lower bowl seating closest to the field. Broadcast platforms, camera positions, and hospitality areas take up even more room. What you see during the World Cup is a specially configured number, built specifically for this tournament alone. So here's the bigger picture. From a 44,000-seat stadium hosting its first ever World Cup match in Toronto, to a 94,000-seat Colossus in Texas, to a concrete giant in Mexico City that has now witnessed history not once, not twice, but 3 times. The 2026 World Cup stadiums tell the story of a tournament built to be the biggest the world has ever seen. 16 venues, 3 countries, 1 trophy, and on July 19th, it all comes down to New Jersey. If you want to know the full story behind the World Cup songs playing in these very stadiums right now, we have already covered it. Links in the description. Subscribe to Anthem Lore. New World Cup story every single day until the final. I'll see you tomorrow.